Fort McPherson, Gitchen, Teatlitz there, the .tlth, at the head of the waters, is a hamlet located in the Inuvik region of the Northwest Territories, Canada. It is located on the east bank of the Peel River and is 121 kilometers, 75 miles, south of Inuvik on the Dempster Highway. The First Nations people who make up the majority are Gitchen, Teatlit Gitchen, and the two principal languages spoken are Gitchen and English. 7. Originally the site of a Hudson's Bay Company post, the community was named for Murdoch McPherson. Most people have vehicles and regularly make trips to either Inuvik or White Horse, Yukon. Fort McPherson was the starting point of Francis Joseph Fitzgerald's famous tragic journey of the Lost Patrol. All 4 men on the patrol, including Fitzgerald, were buried at Fort McPherson on the 28th of March 1911. In 1938, the graves were cemented over into one large tomb. To the right of the flagpole in above image, with cement posts at the 4 corners connected by a chain. In the center is a memorial to the Royal Northwest Mounted Police Patrol of 1910. National Historic Site. In 1969, the area comprising the boundaries of the community of Fort McPherson, as it was mapped in 1898, was designated a National Historic Site of Canada, in recognition of the fact that the site had served as the principal Hudson's Bay Company trading post in the Mackenzie Delta region for over 50 years, and had been the first Northwest Mounted Police post in the Western Arctic. Fort McPherson is accessible by road all year from Dawson City and White Horse, Yukon, with the exception of spring breakup and fall freeze-up on the Peel River. The community also has access to Inuvik via the Dempster Highway and crosses the Mackenzie River at Sechik. There is also a small airport at Fort McPherson, Fort McPherson Airport, that has seasonal flights to Inuvik, Mike Zubko Airport on Aklakare when the road across the Peel is closed. 9. The former Fort McPherson Water Aerodrome was listed as closed in the 15th of March 2007 Canada Flight Supplement. Fort McPherson, a brief history. Fort McPherson, or Tetlitz town at the headwaters, was established in 1849 when John Bell, an explorer for the Hudson Bay Company, established a trading post along the lower Peel River, 4 miles up from where the community of Fort McPherson is now situated. After experiencing numerous floods, the post was moved to higher ground. This post was called Peel River House but was later named Fort McPherson after Murdoch McPherson, who eventually became the chief factor for the Hudson's Bay Company. Fort McPherson is located on the east bank of the Peel River. The community sits on a bluff overlooking the Peel River, facing the beautiful Richardson Mountains. The Peel River was named after Robert Peel, who had explored the large river entering the Mackenzie Delta as part of the Franklin expedition of 1826. Fort McPherson is home to the Teatlit Gitchen people. The Canadian Gitchen people are found in the history books under the name Lachats Indians. A French missionary imposed the term, which means slanted eyes. Anglican missionaries later arrived in 1866. The first Anglican missionary to reside in Fort McPherson was Archdeacon Robert MacDonald. He married a local Gitchen woman and made his home here for more than 50 years. Archdeacon Robert MacDonald translated the Bible into the Gitchen language and left a strong tradition of Christianity which is still practiced today. In 1900 the missionaries started a school. The federal school system was later started in 1946. The first member of the Northwest Mounted Police arrived in Fort McPherson in 1903. In the early 1900s the RCMP, Royal Canadian Mounted Police, sent a patrol from Dawson City, Yukon to Fort McPherson. The patrol carried mail to the trading post in Fort McPherson. In 1911 the patrol people set out from Fort McPherson back to Dawson City but never arrived. A search party was sent from Fort McPherson, and a month later traces of the Fitzgerald Patrol were found near Big Wind River. All members of the patrol were found dead within 25 miles of Fort McPherson. The officers' bodies were recovered and buried at St. Matthew's Anglican Church Cemetery in Fort McPherson. In 1925, the Gitchin people started to build cabins in Fort McPherson. These dwellings were built only as a temporary shelters to use during special gatherings. Eventually, the people settled permanently in the community. In 1959, construction of the Dempster Highway began, and the highway was complete in 1978. The Dempster is a gravel road and is open year-round. It runs from Inuvik past Fort McPherson on its way to the highway system in the Yukon. Highway access to the community is